Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another episode of Not a Cult Discussions.
Today we're going to be discussing what franchises need to die.
I think we can agree that there's one we all agree on that needs to fucking die immediately.
What's that?
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
There's 26 movies now, and they're all the same.
They've all
There's
made
some
$2 billion
driving,
a piece.
Yeah.
Explosions.
Yep. They're all $2 billion worth at the box office.
I don't know. I couldn't say like they need to die because like at least their fans are still going to them. Like
That's true. Yeah. It's
I think there's like far more like useless franchises out there.
That just tells me that there's a lot of stupid people who go to movies.
there's just a lot of people that like to watch Vin Diesel drive fast.
Yeah. Every movie he drives faster.
And now they got The Rock in
Faster
it,
and
too,
furiouser.
so shit.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Every movie is faster and furiouser.
Yep. Everyone. I would say a horror franchise needs to die is Children of the Corn. How that became a franchise, I have no idea. How it got 10 movies, I have no idea.
It's probably pretty big in like Iowa and Illinois.
That's
there.
the only place that sells movies.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa.
It's probably a big deal there. Like everyone's like all hyped for it.
Yeah.
I heard new Children of the Corn's coming out. I heard this one has more corn
They
than
have
the
like
last
they
one.
have screenings in the middle of
Yeah.
cornfields.
Now
and
with
shit.
even more corn.
Yeah, that's always its promise.
Yes.
More cornier than ever.
Yeah, that one, I don't understand that franchise at all. I've watched the first one, it was terrible. I didn't like it.
Hell, up until this year, I would have said Hellraiser franchise.
Yeah, up until
Judgment.
Judgment. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Judgment.
Compared to the last couple,
Yeah,
Oh,
Hellraiser
no,
Judgment's
no,
fantastic.
It's the best ones. It's the best one out of the straight-to-video movies. by
Bar
far.
none, honestly. I mean, there's like, it's not even competition.
Trust me, I know. I've watched them all. I've suffered through every one of them.
Yeah, what's his
I
list?
have to.
Paranormal
watch my list.
Activity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was that weird one they did like a few years back?
The marked ones or something.
Yeah, where it was like it was
It's
like,
witchcraft.
and it had like no like tie to like the original like
Yeah.
storyline.
It's-
It just seemed like they had this movie, and they're like, shit, how are we gonna sell this? Oh, let's put Paranormal Activity in front of it.
Yep, it has no connection, and at this point they're just trying to make money off the name. I like the first two. I like
Yeah, I
the first
like
two.
the first two.
And then I don't care about the rest. But
There's something, a way of shooting that needs to die too with horror movies. The found footage. That's getting
Film
really
footage,
old.
like sometimes they can be done right.
Yes.
though. That's
It's
the
not though. It's never done
it's
right.
well, sometimes it is.
Yeah, I've seen good. I like Cloverfield. I like
Exists.
Cloverfield.
Exists.
Exists.
That's
Yeah.
that's a big
Exists.
movie.
That was a good one.
Those are very few though compared to all of them that do
It's
that.
true. It's true.
There's more bad than good.
One thing
Yeah.
it's harder to make a found footage movie than it is.
I mean, you've seen Diary of the Dead.
I think it's hard. I think a found footage movie is very hard to like pull off, but people think it's easier than it actually is, and that's why we have so many shitty movies. Everyone thinks you can just take a story, shake a camera around, and not show a fucking monster, and that's going to be found footage.
You really need to watch the movie Animus.
keep plugging this.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
You plug is that
It wasn't
found
found
footage?
footage, was it?
It wasn't really found footage, but the way they shot it with the cams.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
two
it.
different
that
crappy
was
cameras.
kind of like found footage though, because
Yeah.
it was like they were documentarians.
Yes.
So Butters,
That's
Animus
right.
worth a watch.
Yes, yes it is.
I enjoyed watching that movie. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say it's a good movie, but I enjoyed watching that movie.
These article discussions are going to like have loose titles because like, we
Very loose.
Yeah.
We talk about things.
Yeah.
Back to the topic: franchises that need to die.
I could list a bunch of them. Die Hard needs to die. They should just let Die Hard die.
Die Hard.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I think Die Hard. I think hopefully with this last one was it number 5.
Yeah.
I think that may have like finally like
That
convinced
was
them.
I think up till then they weren't terrible movies.
No,
but that
no.
fucking 5 was just absolute
Number was
shit.
it Live Free or Die Hard? I actually
That was 4.
it was fun one. It was like not.
It was.
It wasn't anywhere near as good as the
Original 3.
Yeah, original 3, but it was still fun.
Yeah, the plot on that was pretty good with
Yeah.
the cyber attacks and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it
That
like
was
it like
nice.
modernized it.
The thing that made the Die Hard so great was they were just a regular guy and he got hurt. He was at the end of the movie he's limping around, but then in 5 he's like falling out of fucking helicopters and landing on cement. And
He's,
I'm like,
he's-
oh,
yeah,
fine.
He's blowing like jets up with a
Yeah,
motorcycle.
what did he like fine?
What?
Cement.
You didn't catch it the first time.
No, I didn't.
I sure did. I've been waiting months
What'd
to
you say?
say
Did you
that
say
on
semen?
camera.
What'd you say?
Cement.
What do you say, Butters?
When he actually says cement real quick, it sounds like semen.
I say cement. See? Because I have an accent and I've been working hard to hide it a lot of times, but sometimes it comes out.
Not around butter.
I've never seen Die Hard 5, and I refuse to watch it.
Don't
Oh,
watch
dude,
it.
Don't.
I refuse to
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
I own it.
It's bad.
I've never
I,
watched it.
I own it because I bought the Die
pack?
Hard collection Blu-ray, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I own it. Because I wanted the one first year on Blu-ray.
Franchise I think needs to die, and it's horror franchise, is the Saw franchise.
Oh, yeah.
There's 8 movies now. I think you've had all the twists you can have in the Saw 1 franchise. And you just quit while they're ahead. Because I like them. I mean, they're decent movies. Decent enough.
I thought Jigsaw, the newest one, the revival, was like decent, but the ones preceding that were getting a little sketchy.
See, this
Um,
this past October, I watched the whole Saw franchise. And, I mean, they're most of them are decent. There's a few that I wouldn't watch again, but most of them I'd watch again. I haven't seen Jigsaw yet, but I mean, it's just getting too out of hand with all the twists and the plot turns and all this and that.
I got confused. The last one I watched, it was like going on at the same time as the second one or some shit like that. But at the same time, it's going on at the same time as the third one.
You gotta
It was
you have
all
to
over
really
the
pay
place.
attention. I
It
mean,
was all
it's-
over the
the
place, yeah.
timeline is screwy. But that's one that I think they just need to stop while they're ahead.
There's another one I think too. It's not horror, but I think it needs to stop. It never will though. Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star
that's
Wars
never
makes too
gonna
much money. I mean, it's
Yeah.
It's gonna keep going
It's a
forever.
cash
but
cow.
still.
yeah. As soon as they announce one, man, they start that merchandise train. It's over.
I just wish it would die.
I'm not a big Star Wars guy.
I'm not a big Star Wars guy.
I am.
I actually like Star Wars, but
I do too. The
I
originals.
agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to kind of stop making them. Just let it go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another franchise needs to die is the Leprechaun franchise. Sci-Fi just announced they're coming off another Leprechaun
Oh Christ.
next year. Once again, how these movies become franchises? Like, that's the thing that angers me about these movies like Children of the Corn, Leprechaun, is they become these huge ass franchises. But there's movies like Dog Soldiers and
Yeah.
The Thing and stuff like this that never see a sequel. That could very well like build a pretty damn good franchise, but they don't get anything.
I'd watch Dog Soldiers too.
Oh, I would. I would definitely
Fuck
love
yeah,
to see
I
Dog
would.
Soldiers too.
For sure.
I know it's been in development hell for a long time. I think pretty much after the first one came out, they announced a sequel, and it's been in development hell since then. You can find the actual official poster for it. They released an official poster. It's called Dog Soldiers 2 Fresh Meat. And it's an official poster that was released. It says coming soon. And it's been announced to go into production 3 or 4 times, and every time it gets logged in development hell.
Just not enough budget, or just
I
can't
don't
find
know.
the
It's
producers.
I don't know. It just keeps getting logged in development hell.
Maybe we need to start like a GoFundMe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
start a petition.
Yeah, start a GoFundMe for
Or
Dog
we'll
Soldiers
make it.
2.
Ooh. That's our next project. You heard it first.
So you're trying to tell me that Leprechaun Back in the Hood is not a well thought out
Have you
movie?
seen Leprechaun Origins?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't.
Leprechaun Origins, man.
It's fucking terrible.
I would venture to say that is probably
Oh.
one of the worst horror films of all time.
Base.
It's a low battery. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's still going. But I'd venture to say that it is one of the worst horror films I've ever watched. Period.
I mean, it is bad.
It
bad.
is that bad of a movie.
It's
it is
right up
terrible.
there with the newest Chucky movies.
It's worse than Chucky movies, man. The Chucky
I don't
movies are
know,
actually
man.
watchable, man.
That
This
newest
is,
one was not watchable.
I like the newest
Bro,
one.
go watch Leprechaun Origins.
Leprechaun in the Hood. I thought that was funny, but
I mean, there's a difference. I
because
mean,
of
Leprechaun in
high.
space.
now if
probably.
you're trying to make a fun, cheesy movie, okay, have Leprechaun in the Hood, okay. But Leprechaun Origins is a serious movie.
It
seriously
tried to take
tried
itself serious.
and it was
It tried to take itself
fucking
serious.
terrible.
And there's no there's you wouldn't even think it's a Leprechaun movie. They could have called it anything else because it's
They
not the
don't show the
Leprechaun.
fucking
It's
thing.
it's not the Leprechaun.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never even show up.
No, it looks like you ever seen what was that movie? With the girls go in the cave.
Descent.
Descent.
Yeah, it looks,
Descent.
yeah, it looks like that.
It's
like one of
Descent,
them.
but like a little person.
Yeah.
And every time he's on screen, the camera goes fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, and all you see is his shape. And he has no lines. He has no, like, he doesn't wear a hat or like that.
No, he has no.
So they were trying to like.
He's a monster. That's it.
Was that supposed to be like a prequel or like
Yeah,
a
there's a
reboot?
prequel. There's a prequel.
I'm not gonna watch it.
It's
Yeah,
called
I'm not gonna
Leprechaun
watch it.
Origins. Oh god,
Terrible.
it's terrible, man. I wouldn't wish on worse enemy. I've seen the Bye Bye Man, and I'd rather watch Bye Bye Man than fucking Leprechaun Origins.
That's bad.
Bye Bye Man is like one of my most
Holy
hated horror
shit.
films of all time. But I would rather watch the Bye Bye Man than fucking Leprechaun Origins. That franchise definitely needs a stake in the heart.
For sure. Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein's a
Something-
franchise?
It's kind of is. They keep making fucking movies,
Yeah.
and they're terrible.
I like there's just like a, I don't know, I don't call it a franchise.
Yeah.
How is Frankenstein not a franchise?
It's not like Frankenstein 1 and 2 and 3 and
Yeah.
Frankenstein goes to space
Yeah.
or like it's like
They still have a
Frankenstein
lot
in
of
the hood.
fucking movies
it's
about
Frankenstein, then it's like oh
It's a
so-
classic like horror tale. They're
Yeah.
going to keep remaking it just because it's classic fucking shit.
I wish they would stop though.
I don't know. I don't.
That newest I Frankenstein was shit.
Out of all the things that,
I tell you
have
what he's
complained
not.
about, Frankenstein's not one of them.
I'll tell you what needs to fucking die is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise.
Yeah.
And the incessant need for people to remake those movies or try to do origin stories or reboots. Whatever.
What the
like,
fuck was Leatherface?
Yeah, fucking
Fucking
stop
terrible.
that. And was it Chainsaw 3D?
Yeah, I've never seen that.
God damn, fuck that
I'm
movie.
avoiding that one.
Yeah, fuck that one. Fuck everyone involved in that movie. That
Fuck,
was terrible.
fuck it. Fuck everything.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Are you gonna bleep this one?
Nah. Alright.
You're the one editing this, homie.
Yeah, we haven't edited we haven't
Your
bleeped
job,
our show
boy.
since like October,
Yeah.
and not one of our fan has complained yet.
Yeah.
No, Texas
YouTube hasn't yanked our funds yet.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. First one was a classic. Hated the second one. I didn't like any of the sequels. The reboot with
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay,
Yeah.
but Jessica Biel, I think it was her name.
Yeah, the reboots were good.
And earlier, they were good.
They were.
The 1 and 2 were good. And then here comes the fucking the 3D, which I won't watch. I refuse to watch.
Yeah.
And Leatherface, which they fucking butchered everything about that movie. Why?
Was the 3D one the one where she was like Leatherface's cousin or some
Yeah,
shit like that?
yeah. They had the timing all fucked up.
That was
Yeah.
pretty fucking
Where
stupid.
like it starts in like the 70s, and then she's only 20,
Yeah.
and then they're using like FaceTime on their iPhones and shit.
It's really.
Like they didn't give a shit about fucking
I
continuity.
don't think so. I don't think this was in the 70s.
It started in the 70s. It starts directly after the first movie. It shows her as a baby, and then it jumps 20 years later.
Oh, okay.
And so 20 years from the 70s is the 90s. But in there they have iPhones, they're driving Escalades, and they use FaceTime.
Oh yeah.
And it never.
What got me about that is there was the one scene where they're running from Leatherface, and he's got a fucking chainsaw. And what are you gonna hide behind? You hide behind a wooden door. It's not like they got a tool designed to cut fucking wood.
Yeah.
It's not like that tool was used to cut the wood for that door.
I mean, that whole franchise, the reboot's been done. It was done good. There doesn't need to be any more sequels. There doesn't need to be another reboot of a reboot. Let it die.
There's another one too. Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Although I am looking forward to
how many-
Yeah,
Is
the
that the
reboot's
reboot?
good. Here, hang on, I'm gonna play this one now. So if it dies, we'll lose all the footage.
Yeah, Halloween. I'm looking forward to the reboot. Fucking John Carpenter's back. Fucking bullshit. What's her name?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a direct.
What is her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Jesus Christ.
It's supposed to be a direct sequel to the first one.
Yes, direct sequel.
There's another one too.
Wow.
Fucking Alien.
Oh yeah, Alien Covenant was pretty fucking bad.
I actually like that movie.
I didn't. I liked what was the one before that?
Prometheus?
I like Prometheus. I like Prometheus.
How
Was
do you like
interesting.
Prometheus and not like?
That's what I'm wondering.
How the fuck does that work?
I didn't even like Prometheus.
I thought Prometheus had like I thought it was interesting, like
It was interesting, but
the topics it brought up about like creation and stuff. I thought those were interesting.
there's fucking plot holes.
But
That happens in the
like
second
the
movie too.
philosophical side of the.
I did. I found that very
Prometheus.
interesting.
I enjoyed that part.
Covenant though, I thought was just like a shit attempt to make an alien movie. Like the aliens just sucked in it. I thought it was boring.
All
Way
right,
better
so-
than Alien vs Predator movies.
Oh, like,
Oh,
duh.
I watched the first Alien versus Predator the other day. I watched it. It was on Amazon Prime, and I watched it when I was going to sleep.
Why'd
I'm
you do
so
that?
sorry for you, buddy.
Is it still worth a watch?
It's so bad. It's so dumb. It makes.
Now, see, hang on a second.
Requiem's a fun
Are
one.
we editing out where you got up and started moving around, or are we just going to keep going?
Well, you
All
guys
right.
have kept talking.
Well, we were talking about Halloween, and
Yeah.
well, I got fucking.
How long
Alright,
is this?
Go back to Halloween.
It's 15 minutes. No, we'll keep all it in there.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
No, I mean go back to Halloween. What
Oh.
you were saying about Halloween?
Oh, Halloween needs to die, although I'm looking forward to the reboot. John Carpenter's back. Jamie Lee
Yeah,
Curtis is back.
producing. Yeah, it looks really promising.
And y'all know, John Carpenter's my boy. so-
Yeah, and they got the original. I got Michael Myers.
Yeah,
the
the
first
original
one.
shape.
Nice.
The original
Yeah,
shape.
The shape is back.
That's pretty
No
awesome.
fucking hulked out, roided out Tyler Mane. It's
Nope.
like, it's fucking the original.
I'm looking
I'm
forward to
looking forward
going trick or treating this Halloween. Get some
All
candy.
right. All right.
Just throwing that out.
And how old are you?
I'll be 32, so yeah.
32. Okay.
Adults want candy too.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Well,
I know they did trick or treat at your home that you live in.
I did.
Old
What I
ass.
mean by that is I just go buy a whole bunch of candy and eat it, and don't give it out to kids.
Wait till the day after and you get everything half off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go before and after. This has been shopping with Butter from
Yeah.
Candy.
Yeah, anywho.
Yeah.
Franchises that need to die. Well, they haven't made any more of them, but I'll tell you what. Hang on.
Species.
Shut up a second.
Species ain't made species. I think he's come back.
Shh. I want to blow everyone's mind right now. If the Predator that's coming out this year, if it does not blow my balls off, they need to stop making Predator movies.
Honestly, this is what I've been thinking about this a lot. With as much trouble as I had, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that went straight to video.
Maybe. I mean, maybe.
With as much trouble as that movie's had, I could easily see it not coming to
I
theaters.
don't know though. I can see it going. I can still see it going to theaters.
What's the timeline and everything on this one?
We'll get that in
It's
minute,
a
but-
direct sequel to like 1 and 2. It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah. It
mention
doesn't
like the
acknowledge
Predator,
Alien.
alien movies or anything.
Okay.
But I mean,
That's
Predators was all right. Wasn't great. Alien versus Predator, the first one blew. Alien vs. Predator Requiem wasn't much better. I mean, it was better, but you can't see what
Yeah,
the
it had
fuck's going
potential.
on.
They didn't know what a fucking light. They didn't have any lighting budget.
You got fucking teenage pizza shop workers like killing aliens with their Predator's cannon. Fuck all that shit. If it doesn't like fucking redeem itself, it needs to die because they're not helping the franchise at all. I just watched Predator yesterday, and fuck, it's still fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You're all gonna hate me for this, but Tremors.
I love the Tremors movies.
Yeah.
Even the worst fucking Tremors movies is still fun to
Yeah.
me. Like I still enjoy watching Tremors.
That's true.
Like I've never watched a Tremors movie and been like, oh god, I waste my time. No, I still gotta see Grab Boys eat people. I still gotta see Burt Gummer make
Blow shit up,
and
yeah.
blow shit up, and make lines.
They gotta bring back Kevin Bacon for a Tremors movie before they end it.
Well, Kevin
Make a
Bacon is
series.
doing the Tremors series on Amazon. Amazon or no, Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi is rebooting the Tremors series.
When does that start?
It's done filming. It's
Yeah.
finished filming.
Nice.
Kevin
Yeah,
Bacon.
Kevin
So
Bacon
after that,
puts-
you can let it die.
And you know what sucks though is in this Tremors series, Burt Gummer isn't coming back in this
No.
Tremors.
He's not.
TV
How do they
series.
have Tremors without Burt Gummer?
You don't.
That's all I'm saying.
They got
man.
Val. That's
They got
that's
Val.
all they got.
Yeah, they got Val. So this would be the very first.
Did they like refuse to work with each other again? Or?
No, I just don't think they. I don't know. I think they want to take it in a different direction. Like I heard that what it is like they're basically gonna be a split. The first movie is canon,
Yeah.
but then the the timeline gets split.
Yeah, they're not
Oh.
paying attention in the series. They're not paying attention to any of the sequels.
Yeah, none of the movies get mentioned in the series. None of the series don't get mentioned in the movies. Like it's pretty much like the first film is canon, and then the
Yeah,
timeline
they're
gets
branching
split.
off from each other. This has been Not a Cult Discussion. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And always remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and check out all of our other social media at Instagram and Twitter at Not a Cult Films.
Until next time, this has been Not a Cult Films.
Everyone do it. Butters.